Hey GarageBand Groupies, my name's Michelle and I'm the animation director for GarageBand. In this small clip, I wanted to give you folks an insider's look as to how we animate our characters. In this scene, I wanted to add stronger posing to Lainey and give her a small reaction. Lainey isn't the main focus of this scene, so I need her to be in an appropriate pose for the appropriate action, something that isn't too distracting but still shows that she's active. In each scene that we animate, an animator has to choose the appropriate acting choices by using the dialogue and the storyboards provided. It's not only our job to have a character moving properly, but to give that character life by choosing the appropriate emotions and actions. All our characters are animated in Flash 8 using symbol animation. This basically means that our characters are broken down in sections and moved around, much like paper cutouts. This allows us to work pretty fast, as we don't need to draw every single motion like traditional animation. Because of this, we're able to reuse animation and poses from the production fairly easily. Such as here, where you see how I fitted one of Trina's arms to Lainey. The way that we build our characters is a simple embedded system. One hand or arm may have many different drawings inside that element, which we select at the appropriate time on the outer layers. You can see that most of my time is spent making sure that Lainey's first pose is solid. This action, although simple, takes quite a bit of time in comparison to the amount of time that it'll be on TV. Once I have a base of the pose done, I can easily add a small reaction to her. On the screen, you're seeing several different windows which we use to animate. Where you see the actual character is what's called the stage. This is what you guys actually see on TV. Above the stage is our timeline. On the timeline, you'll see how the character is layered from head symbol being the topmost layer to the farthest arm being layered on the bottom. The line of keys that you see are my key poses, and the slight purple gradient are computer-generated in-betweens. In traditional, each of those in-betweens would need to be hand-drawn. You'll also see the audio which we use to animate our scenes. You can't hear it, but in this scene, Kin is actually talking. This is why I have Lainey moving at this time rather than anywhere else on the timeline. Below is what we call the property box. Here is where the settings for the timeline and the stage sit. You'll often see a window pop up with a graph. This is to edit the timing of our in-betweens so that the timing favors one keyframe or the other. Our animation timing is a simple pose-to-pose kind of timing. Our actions are snappy and sharp to go with the fast pace of the show. Usually, one action will consist of an antic with overshoot and settle. Because of the sharp timing of the show, I really like to lead into my antics rather than moving against. With sharp timing, you need to be sure that the overshoot and settle match the amount of motion that the character is making. This allows us so that we can keep the sharp timing that we like, but the characters aren't moving abruptly. You'll notice how I watch my scene over and over again. This is just to make sure that I know that I have the appropriate action and the appropriate motion. And I think that's about it. Hope you folks enjoyed this little clip, and as Corey would say, thanks for coming out, everyone!